Welcome to the foreclosure defense system. If you're watching this, it means life has put pressure on your home. Now, you need answers that make sense, not fear and confusion. Most homeowners think foreclosure is something that happens suddenly. One day, everything feels normal, and then out of nowhere, the house is gone. That belief is exactly why so many people lose their home to foreclose earlier than they expect. In reality, foreclosure is not a single event. It is a process, a slow, procedural process that begins quietly and builds momentum long before anyone is standing in front of a judge or seeing an auction date on a website. The truth is, most homeowners do not lose their house at auction. They lose it in the first 30 days, on paper, through silence, without realizing that the most important window has already closed. Foreclosure does not respond to panic. It does not respond to explanations. It does not respond to good intentions. It responds to deadlines, filings, and whether or not someone shows up in the process. One of the biggest misunderstandings is believing foreclosure begins when mortgage payments are missed. Missing payments creates financial trouble, but it does not automatically start foreclosure. People can miss payments for months and still not be in an active foreclosure case. Foreclosure legally begins when a lawsuit is filed, when a summons and complaint are issued, when papers are served. That is when the clock starts. That is when the system begins measuring time, not emotions. Let's talk about what actually happens next, because this is where the biggest mistake is made. Imagine a homeowner receives a stack of papers. Legal language, court names, case numbers. It looks overwhelming. The natural reaction is fear. The second reaction is avoidance. Many people put the papers down and tell themselves they will deal with it later. Some people assume the bank will call again. Others assume there will be reminders. Some believe that if they are already behind, responding cannot make things worse. And some people are simply frozen by stress. The system does not see stress. It sees silence. The biggest mistake homeowners make in the first 30 days is failing to respond correctly and on time. Not calling the bank, not explaining hardship, responding legally, filing something with the court within the deadline. When no response is filed, the court assumes the allegations in the lawsuit are uncontested. Silence is treated as agreement. This is how defaults are created. Once a default is entered, the dynamic of the case changes. The lender no longer has to fight the same way. The court no longer expects the same level of proof. The process speeds up, not because anyone is being unfair, but because the system is designed to move cases forward when there is no resistance. Now let's look at another common scenario. A homeowner receives the lawsuit and decides to wait because they are trying to negotiate with the bank. They are submitting documents. They are on the phone. They believe progress is happening. Meanwhile, the court deadline passes quietly in the background. From the homeowner's perspective, they are doing something. From the court's perspective, they have done nothing. This is how leverage disappears without anyone announcing it. Banks and foreclosure attorneys operate on volume. They handle hundreds, sometimes thousands of cases at the same time. They rely on templates, timelines, and automated steps. If nothing interrupts that flow, the case keeps moving forward. Waiting does not slow foreclosure. Waiting allows it to proceed without friction. Now here is where things change if action happens early. When a homeowner responds properly in the first 30 days, the case becomes contested. The lender must prove its claims. Filings must be accurate. Deadlines apply to both sides. Errors matter. This does not mean foreclosure magically goes away. It means the homeowner remains inside the process instead of being removed by default. Let's use a simple example. Two homeowners are in identical situations. Same lender, same timeline, same missed payments. One homeowner does nothing in the first 30 days. A default is entered. Motions follow. The case accelerates. The other homeowner responds on time. The case slows. Filings must be reviewed. Mistakes can be challenged. Information must be exchanged. Time stretches. That difference is not luck. It is procedure. This is what people mean when they talk about leverage in foreclosure. Leverage is not arguing. It is not emotion. It is participation. It is forcing the process to follow its own rules. Many homeowners miss this window because they believe the bank has already won. They believe attorneys are all-powerful. They believe that once a lawsuit is filed, the outcome is fixed. In reality, foreclosure cases are handled by overworked attorneys using standardized filings. Mistakes happen. Deadlines are missed. Documents are wrong. None of that matters if the homeowner is not participating. Procedure only protects the people who show up. Foreclosure is not decided by money first. It is decided by process first. Understanding that difference changes how people move through the case. The first 30 days are not about winning. They are about staying alive in the process, staying visible, staying active, preserving options. Most people do not lose their house because of one bad decision. They lose it because of inaction at the most critical moment. In the next video, we will walk through how to read your foreclosure case online so you can see exactly what has been filed, what deadlines apply, and what is likely to happen next. If this video helped you understand foreclosure more clearly, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss what comes next. This channel exists to explain what the system does not explain to homeowners. I am currently finishing a short guide called You Are Not Late, a homeowner's guide to surviving foreclosure. It breaks down the first critical steps homeowners miss, what actually matters early, and how to avoid losing leverage by default. I will announce it here as soon as it's released. Thank you for watching. Like this video if clarity matters.